Gold diggers have collectively broken down. Recently, there has been a game on Steam that became extremely popular, reaching the top of the bestseller list within 24 hours of release, and it is called the Gold Diggers game. This is China's first interactive emotional anti-fraud game. Players take on the role of a man who has been harmed by gold diggers, infiltrate a gold digger organization, maneuver among multiple women, and ultimately become an anti-fraud expert. Some men said after playing it that if they had encountered this game a few years earlier, they would not have lost 200,000 yuan for nothing. But unsurprisingly, the tone of the comment section quickly changed. Many women left comments saying that the game insults women, turns women into a symbolic fraud group, and forcibly binds emotional fraud to women. They also escalated the issue, claiming that the game uses the term gold diggers, which they say is full of malice, to indiscriminately attack all women. In the end, they of course pulled out the ultimate weapon, reporting the game, and the platform even banned the accounts of the game's director and producer. This wave of actions is truly astonishing. First of all, is the gold digger phenomenon not an objectively existing fact in society? Many young women have no working ability of their own and cannot establish themselves in society. Every day, they rack their brains over how to hunt men and drain them through romantic relationships and marriage. Morally speaking, such people are even worse than street prostitutes. At least those engage in fair transactions, while these women are essentially committing fraud. Some scholars have estimated that among 300,000 marriage cases in a certain province each year, as many as 3% may involve deception related to property and bride price. Some matchmaking agencies even collude with gold diggers, helping them extract bride prices from men in order to earn commissions for themselves. Women deceiving men far outnumber men deceiving women. Is it men who demand bride prices? Is it men who are required to hand over their salaries? Is it men who demand transfers of 520 yuan or 5,200 yuan during every holiday? In romantic relationships, men are indeed more likely than women to be impulsive and get scammed. According to the 2023 China Mobile Security Status Report, male victims account for as high as 70.3% of romance and dating fraud cases. Yet these women desperately try to muddy the waters. As for why the creators did not target male gold diggers, according to news reports, the design philosophy of this game is that many men have encountered fraud in real life, so they wanted to use their own experiences to warn more people. What is wrong with that? Second, does making an anti-gold diggers game mean opposing all women? The vast majority of women in this society are not gold diggers. Many women also believe that men and women should treat each other fairly and respect one another in relationships. Normal women would not feel attacked by the term gold diggers unless they have actually done such things. The reason someone gets angry is often very simple. It is because the description hits too close to home. Let us imagine this. If an anti-bad men game were released, would there be so many men in the comments section inserting themselves into it, collectively breaking down and attacking the game? No. Men would think, I am not a bad man. Bad men are only a small group. Criticizing bad men does not mean criticizing all men, so why would I break down? This wave of public opinion, in my view, boils down to two possibilities. The first possibility is that these gold diggers know they are a minority, and that many ordinary, kind women do not stand with them. Therefore, if they want to oppose this game and achieve the goal of getting it taken down, they must drag all women into it. They shift the creator's criticism of a small group into a criticism of all women, so that they can incite more people to share their outrage and achieve the desired public opinion effect. This intention is extremely malicious, and I hope women do not fall for their trap. The second possibility is that there are some women who are not gold diggers, but who often let men pay for everything and hope to obtain more economic value from men. This situation is very common in society, so as soon as they see the term gold diggers, they assume it is referring to themselves. Moreover, this game was released at 4:11 p.m. on June 19th. What time was that? It is said to be the moment when the netizen Pang Mao, who had lost all hope after being deceived by gold diggers, jumped into the river. But regardless of that, the essence of this game is to give a reminder to a broad group of men. Spending 29 yuan on an anti-fraud experience in the form of a game is far more effective than simple educational propaganda. A work of art, whether it is a film, a television series or a game, always has a certain bias, and it is inevitably influenced by the creator's personal experiences. If some female groups feel that their defenses have been completely shattered, they are entirely free to organize themselves and create an anti-bad men game as well. What do you think?
Recently, there has been a popular question online asking why there are so many gold diggers now. In fact, the reason is very simple. The reason is that what we often call the simp economy has collapsed. This is not hard to understand. It is that many little fairies used to have simps worshiping them. The ones doing the worshiping did so willingly, and the ones being worshipped took it for granted. The ones doing the worshiping did not think they were simps. They thought they were giving for love, and the ones being worshipped did not think they were gold diggers either. They only thought they were fairies. For example, things like, one sentence made a man spend 100,000 yuan on me. Things like, a man who does not spend money on you does not love you. These fairy scriptures from the past have now all become exclusive to gold diggers. So why have gold diggers increased? Because simps stopped worshiping, so they can only lower their status and ask for it. From fairy to gold digger is actually just a thin veil. The underlying essence behind this is still because our era of rapid economic growth has already ended. The economic model from more than 10 years ago was that housing prices soared. More and more people bought homes. The government did more infrastructure and services. Homes became more valuable. Prices became higher. And then even more people bought homes. The simp model from more than 10 years ago was that simps earn money and use the money to worship little fairies. With rapid economic development, simps earned even more money and worshiped little fairies even more crazily. This is called a positive cycle model. The problems were actually covered up by the constantly developing economy. Once the economy gets worse and enters a downward cycle, that is, housing prices stop rising, then the number of people buying homes will inevitably decrease. Simps cannot earn money, and the suppliers for fairies will inevitably decrease. But fairies have living demands. The economic source of this group comes from transfer payments from men. Once men cannot make transfer payments, then what should be done? Fairies can only transform into gold diggers. It is getting harder and harder for simps to earn money. The quantity and quality of voluntary offerings are both declining, but the quality of life of fairies cannot decline. So however many fairies there used to be, that is how many gold diggers there are now. In the past, a simp earned 100 yuan and gave a fairy 80 yuan. With rapid economic development, a simp earned 150 yuan and gave a fairy 120 yuan, and everyone was happy. But now the economy has gotten worse. A simp can only earn 50 yuan now, and a fairy does not have enough to spend. She will directly take all of these 50 yuan and will also say to you that you are really useless. Hurry up and go earn money for me. So the essence of this problem is actually an economic problem. In fact, it is not that simps have awakened. The fact that he can be a simp already means he is destined not to have the day when he awakens. This is purely because after simps have no way to make high transfer payments, the behavior of the fairy group changed from reserved fairies to more practical gold diggers. That is all. The logic before and after has not changed at all. What changed is only this link. That is all for the video. If you have other thoughts, welcome to share them with everyone in the comment section. If you like this kind of content, remember to like, subscribe, and support. See you next time.